We are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, another epic VeVe live stream. This is drop number 2, Matt Gondek, Failure of Control. Drop 2 of the day. Shout out to anybody who was able to get that first drop. We saw a couple of rarities go under retail. Shout out to anyone who was able to get that ultra rare. Let's go. Still can't believe I was able to get that on the drop. Today, we have a 5,000 edition drop. $200 retail price, so this one's going to be a lot more expensive. I do think that the value of this one's going to start out a lot higher than the first drop. I do think that this one's going to come out maybe 500, 600, maybe in that $700 range. And I think as more and more get put into the market, I think that's when we start to see the price maybe climb back down. It's kind of my prediction for this drop. Could end up anywhere, around that $300, $400, $500 range. I think more 300 or 400. That's probably where I see this one landing at after all these collectibles get distributed. I do like the art on this one, but again, my strategy for this drop, I said for the last drop, if I got the ultra rare, that I would flip it. Ended up just keeping that one, and the reason is just because by the time that I was going to list mine in the market, it was going to be like $300, and I think it was going to dip back down to like 150-ish. And for me, I'd rather just keep that originally owned collectible as opposed to that $150 difference right there. Unless it was like I was planning to do, get it off around $700-800, then I would buy back the floor around that 150 mark. I think that would have been a little bit more of a difference for me. This drop, however, if it does come out that $700 range, $800 range, and I'm lucky enough to grab this one, I will flip this one. But if it comes out and it's only about retail price, I'll just end up holding it. Let's go over what the artwork looks like for this one. Pretty cool looking. I am a big fan of like just the bigger looking posters as opposed to like the smaller ones, like the Ultraman posters. I do like the fact that they're a little bit bigger. $200 is a pretty expensive, I would say, retail drop. I'm not too sure why they made this one so expensive. I think they're really just trying to test things out to see how many people go for it, if it still is $200. Also, a lot of people have been questioning it could be bot traps, and I kind of agree with that. I think they're trying to see, just try to test things out. If they're going to drop something that's pretty important one day, pretty valuable, then the next drop, it could be something that's not as valuable. So I think they're just going to drop all different types of things. We do have 5,000 editions for this one. But again, I think some other things in the marketplace have my attention right now to where I'd rather just stack up some gems, make some moves on some comics like I've been telling you guys about. And not even just comics. There's a lot of collectibles I still want to grab, still want to add to my collection. While the market is still pretty low right now, I still believe that this is a pretty good accumulation time. Not financial advice, just for me personally. I do think that things will pick back up. Let's go over the drop that just happened. Ended up just keeping the ultra rare. We got Julian Gonzalez in the live stream. Asked, did you keep the first drop? Actually, he asked, did you get the first drop? I did get the first drop. Got an ultra rare, my man. Keeping my streak alive. I've been killing on the drops lately. I'm on a hot streak. I would say the only drop that I've missed is the James Bond drop. Those 2 drops that happened with James Bond, the car, Aston Martin, and also the comic book drop that just happened recently. Didn't grab that one. Wasn't able to get that one. I went for it, though. The ultra rare is at 155 for the weapons rack, gold and black. 226 available. Good to see that one above 150. I think it dipped as low as 120. I think I saw that as low as it was. Check out the black and silver and black. Just at retail. I think that rare is not going to stay at retail for too long. $60 is the retail price. Unfortunately, the common is below retail. Common is at $30 right now. See Rios, my man, how we doing? How we doing, see Rios? Let's see. I can't find the uncommon right now. There it is. Uncommon. 791 available. Half of retail right now, 33. Deej, hey JD, really like this artwork. What's your opinion on price predictions? So I do like this artwork too. I do like the artwork on this one. I, however, probably will flip this one. I say that, but I'll probably get it on the drop and end up keeping it. But I'm going to try my best to flip this one. Now, I'm going to try to get it in the market early because I do think that the more that come available in the marketplace for sale, I do think that it will drop in price. To answer your question, $200 retail is pretty high. I mean, for a retail artist collectible, I think Ron English Serial Killers, that poster was only $100, if I'm not mistaken. And so the fact that this is $200, it's kind of surprising. I think retail, or I think secondary market prices, it's going to come out around $600, $700, maybe, I'm thinking. And maybe work its way down to $500 to $400 in that range right there. Maybe as low as $350, I'm thinking. But I think it's going to come out in the market right away closer to that 1,000 range, like $700, $800. Have you tried my NFT tracker? It's pretty cool. Have not seen Rios. I'm not sure where to try your NFT tracker, or what does your NFT tracker do exactly? And how can I try it? I've never even heard about it. Let me know some details about that. See Rios. Anthony Rodriguez. I like this poster, but I will wait until I'll wait to get it for cheaper in the secondary market. It'd be surprising if this one does end up being below retail. Maybe this one comes out like $600-$700 range. I think that it's gonna maybe work its way down to 350-ish. Maybe 300 at the lowest. I don't really see this one going below retail, but it could, absolutely. I mean, 5,000 editions. We'll see what happens here. I'm kind of curious why they made this one 200 if the Ron English's artwork was only 100. I feel like he's a little bit bigger of an artist, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Matt Gondek is bigger. Let's go. I think Matt Gondek just used this wonderful Shout Out Pineapple Gang, his song in Let's go. He did. That's big time right there. It's Matt Gondek's vault. I don't want to get copyrighted for the song. Let's go. Oh, this is the artwork that I think everybody's waiting on too. Someone just tweeted this in the reply. That's the Homer, the blown up Homer. Let's go. Also, big shout out to Zachary Roy. Let's go. I'm just glad that I was able to help you out, my man. Explain it to you in a way that you understood it. A lot of people don't understand that sports reference, but that's the way I see it. It's like the buy now button. If you see it pop up and then react to it, you can kind of tell that there's going to be a big delay there. By the time you see it and then you click it, that's what most people are doing. Even when you're spamming, I feel like, I mean, sometimes you could hit it perfectly, sometimes you can't. Same thing with timing. I mean, timing is great because you can kind of have some manual control over it, but you guys see it all the time. Sometimes I'm too late, too early, and then that can mess it up. But if you go to press it just a split second before that buy now button pops up, and you're back and in and out like 30 seconds, 45 seconds before to try to get that timer in sync as possible. Yeah, it's probably going to settle around that $300 range. I could see it, Ian Devine. Absolutely. That's why I'm going to try to get this drop, get in the marketplace right away, try to get it off maybe that $700, $800 range, maybe even $500 or $600. I wouldn't be that upset to do that. But if it dips right away at 300, I don't know. I might end up just holding it. I might sell it. I don't know. At that rate, I probably would just hold it. because I don't feel too confident right there. But hopefully I can get it over $500. I mean, that's my goal right now. Kind of have that in my head to where if I get this on the drop, go in the marketplace, try to get it off $700-800. But if it's dipped already to like 600, 500, at that point, I probably let it go. But if it's like 350, 300 right away, I would just hold it maybe. Energy, how we doing? How we doing, brother? Hope all is well, my man. Excuse me. Burping a lot lately. Once it settles down. Yeah, exactly. Rare weapons rack, $61. Yeah, I think the rare is a pretty solid bet to go above retail, to stay above retail. I doubt that one dips too far below. And the ones that are below retail, just remember that the Marvel Comics #1, that was under retail. That was $2 that got resold for. People were like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Same with the DeLorean. You know, the common DeLorean, 50,000 total editions. People, when that got dropped, people were saying that it's going to ruin the VeVe app. People said that did ruin the VeVe app. People just didn't have that long-term vision back then. They just wanted everything to be right now. And so they wanted everything to be dropping, super limited edition, capitalize on the moment to flip it. But stuff like that, you know, sometimes it takes time. Those DeLoreans went all the way down to $13. It was a $30 retail. 50,000 editions. People were freaking out. Too many editions, right? Went all the way down to $13 for a little bit. Maybe weeks or even a couple months it was. But now that same collectible, that common DeLorean, is $100 right now. So just imagine if you took $1,000 or $5,000 and bought all common DeLoreans at $13. And you just held on to it until now and sold them at $100. Or maybe even the peak 150, 160 or whatever it got up to. So it's like, you know, sometimes the people who hold end up doing better long term. So just something to throw out there. Now, I'm not comparing this one to the Marvel Comics #1 value wise, because obviously the Marvel Comics #1, that's super valuable. It's the first ever comic book. But just to show another example that it's not always just a super, super valuable, iconic collectibles. Anything that's under retail typically won't stay under retail forever, right? Just some things are going to stay longer than others. Not financial advice, just things I've learned in my experience. What's up, JD? I don't know why YouTube didn't let me watch your live. It kept glitching. Sway collects. Really? It should work. It should be up there. Let me check. You may have to go look at it in my playlist, my VeVe playlist, until it like actually processes up there. And then you can see it. The emotional attachment of getting these drops is unbelievable. Divine going for it as well. Yeah, I'm going for it. All right, so this one's a little bit different. Now they have the buy now button up there already. So it's not going to flash up or open, I should say. It's not going to flash up. I used to love these, but lately I feel like I've been liking the ones that kind of flash up. Kind of gives me a little bit more confidence. Now I understand that the buy now button's not going to move if you bring down that details box. So again, I'm going to go over my drop strategy right now. So to back out, this is the screen that you want to be on. You know, you're in the store tab at the very bottom. Scroll down here. I've been clicking notify me and it's been working lately. Maybe I should keep it going. I don't usually like to click it on these. I was hoping it would focus up this round, but I guess it won't. Next time it focuses up, I'll go over it. But same process here. Snipe Gang. Shout out to anyone who's using a Coffee Gate, Johnny Gate, Rhythm Gate. Let's go. Hopefully we can get some dubs. First drop, we had a lot of dubs in the chat. I want to say almost like 80% wins. What drops can you see in the feed page instead of the store page? When people share a drop and go through the feed page instead? Okay, yeah, so there's different ways to go through the drops. Like before, I used to go through my wish list, meaning I would bookmark it. I would hit it in the bookmarks, and now it focuses up. Of course, I'm not going over the timer. Maybe I should go over it now. Oh my gosh, and then it doesn't. All right. So yeah, so I used to save it in my wish list, and how you do that is you just put it in your bookmarks, you click the bookmark thing up there, you go back out, you go into your collections at this point, and you scroll all the way down, and it'll be saved in your wish list. Steamboat Willie saved in my wish list right now. I'll unsave that. Must have been an old one. Oh. Whoa, what's this? I just hit share instead of unbookmark it. And I've never seen this screen before. It says share something. A collectible, my profile. Whoa, you can share your profile. I didn't know that. That's something new. That says AR photo. And that says diorama. What is that? So you can show your collectibles off. That's a new feature. I'm going to mess with that in a little bit after the live stream and see if I can just see what else is there. Maybe I'll mess with it right now. But anything I share, it's only coming up with this Steamboat Willie. So I'm wondering why that's happening. All right, I'm just going to go to random collectible. Yeah, see, that's not happening with these other collectibles here. I wonder why that just happened. It seemed like a glitch. Or it seemed like they were like, that's what the new feature is going to be. You're probably going to be able to share your profile. One was a diorama. I wonder what that meant. And then I guess you could just show your collectibles that you own. But I've never seen that before where you could show your profile like that. Interesting. All right, so here we go. Focus is up. Cool. All right, so again, guys, my drop strategy. I'm just trying to time it. I stay in rhythm with the countdown so you can kind of predict when 1 second after 0 is going to be. How did I just lose focus there? Must have heard me talking about the drop. Wow, are you kidding me? All right. I lost focus there. We got 40 minutes left anyway. Once it stays focused, I'll go over it. But again, I like to stay in rhythm. You can kind of predict when that 1 second after 0 will happen. So Deej, to go over this, you can go through the drop with your collectibles in your wish list. I forgot to kind of answer this question. And this is one that you could do that with. So let me I'll just run through it. Maybe I'll try it for this one. So how you do that is, I used to do this, but lately I just haven't done it in a while. You save it in your bookmarks. Oh my gosh. See, it happened again. Here we go. If you share the new one, all these different options come up. Which is like a new screen before. I've never seen that screen before. So I guess if I shared this, you could go for it that way. Like in your actual feed. All right, it's not letting me bookmark it. It's not letting me actually click that bookmark. Well, anyway, that's one way you used to do. You used to be able to go through your actual bookmarks, your wish list to get the drop. And I guess you could just share it. So again, you just click on here. You could just share it to to the feed, and then once you share it to your feed, just go into your feed, and then it'll probably pop up, and you can probably go to the drop right there. And the whole like theory behind that is less people are probably going to go in that way, so it should be a little bit less traffic, you would think. But I don't know. I'm just going to keep going right from the store. I've been crushing the drops lately, just the good old way from the store. And boom, scroll down. Focus up for me. Like it wanted to, and then it just goes away. It'll have one day. John L. I'm not sure who that is. How many editions are there going to be? So there's 5,000 editions of this one. Flop or nah? Top killer. Are you saying flip or nah for this one? I'm going to try to flip this one. I am going to try to get it and flip this one. Let's get these dubs. Yeah, I'm hoping everyone does well in this drop as well. They should implement all the collectors that own full sets get one free random of that collection's next series or set. Yeah, I like this idea, chasing Sundays. I think that way it could reward some collectors that way. I think they will start to do some airdrops for, you know, the full set holders of some of these. There has to be more to this artist than what we are seeing. Please tell me there's something about something paramount with this artist we don't know. Yeah, so real talk. I mean, you can look him up on Instagram. He's got 300,000 followers. He's got a pretty big fan base. He has some more iconic work that hasn't been released just yet. I think that's why everybody was a little bit upset. They wanted some of his more iconic work that everybody's familiar with. And I'm sure that's going to happen in the future. Maybe the full set holders of these get access to that drop. That could be a way to increase the value of these for sure. Test Joga. He's not a big fan right now. He seems upset. This artist is pretty legit in LA. Yeah, he's definitely got a big fan base. Maybe it's more out west. Oh, Top Killer says it's going to flop like the other one. I can see this one, you know, not being the most expensive, valuable one. Drop bot, give me a ban. I don't know what that means. But yeah, Top Killer. Right now, I think that it could start out at like $700-800, maybe $600, and then work its way down to that $300-400 range. I do think this one will be above retail. I could be wrong on that one, but I just see it kind of staying still above retail. My plan for this one, I'm going to try to get it on the drop. Hopefully get in the market right away, flip it for like $700-800. I'll be pretty happy with that one. Solid job on winning the weapons rack today. The earlier AM drop. Can't believe I got the ultra rare on that. Unbelievable. Ronnie Light, yo, back at it again with Thomas Conger. Now the other thing I want to talk about is, you know, VeVe's the best NFT platform in the world. When you're meeting the needs of thousands, of hundreds of thousands, and millions of people every single day, they got 2.1 million active users monthly. When you're meeting the needs of millions and millions of people, I mean, when you're at the absolute best, you can't please everybody. They can drop an absolute crazy, iconic, unbelievable, big IP brand drop tomorrow. People would be pissed. People would still, there'd be people that would be happy. There'd be people that would be pissed. There's going to be people that say, fix the drop system. We want the waiting room. Fix the bots. And then if they drop something from an artist that's not as popular to probably work on the situation, then you have people saying, what a mess. VeVe's ruined. They can't drop anything that's good. You know, it's like, no matter what they do, it's going to piss off people because you just have millions and millions of users. It's literally what happens when you're the best. You can't please every single person. So you just have to have trust in the team that they're doing the best that they possibly can. I mean, that's a reason why a lot of people invested in this company is because of the team that runs it. And when you have full trust in the team, I mean, you just got to sit back and relax and, you know, do everything you can to just enjoy the moment. Too many people get caught up with so many things. They forget how blessed we are to be here. Javier, we got a fodder in the building. I mean, people told me that too. Before in the AM drop, they told me, don't go for this drop. You're going to lose money. I went for the drop. I got the ultra rare, and I'm in profit. So, I mean, it just goes to show you, Javier, that, it's just another fodder in the building. My NFT tracker is cool, is where you can input your collection in vault, and you put in what you paid and tells you your value of your vault. Good to know, C. Rios. Where can we check that out? I've been always hesitant to join a lot of these different apps or whatever the case is, just because I don't want to sign up for anything like that. But again, Komi Wiki has a great website, so if it's something similar to that, it's where you just plug in the collectibles and it tells you your vault valuation. That's always something. Something pretty cool to. I'd be down to at least try it out or look at it. Should I do this drop? I think it all depends on your situation. Raphael, shout out to you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you big time. $200 retail. I think there are a lot of collectibles and comics in that market right now for that $200 retail price that probably pretty valuable still. And so you could definitely load up on some things in the market right now. Or if you wanted to go for the new drop, you could get lucky. You could get a low mint. You could get something. You could get the drop. Maybe be able to make a quick flip in the market. Double up. Who knows? I'm going for this drop, though. Johnny boy, same strategy here. I'll try. If I land it, I'll flip it. It'll be my first sell in the marketplace. Let's go. Also, for anyone else making their first sale or potentially making their first sale, when you go to list something when you want to actually sell something and you list it in the market, slow down. There's a double confirmation page, but it can happen quick. Never use decimal points. Write out the entire number. For example, if you wanted to list something for $1,200, write it all out, 1200. Never use decimal points. Too many times I've seen it, unfortunately, where people think that because they see it in the marketplace for 1.2K, they list it for 1.2, thinking it's 1.2K. It's really $1.20. Do not use decimal points. List out the entire number. Something I always want to talk about, just because if it saves one person, I'll feel good about that. Seeing too many big collectibles go for too cheap, unfortunately. And now my bookmark seems to be clicked. So strange. Oh, it might have happened. It might have been the same thing where you can hit notify me, back out, and then come back in and we'll say you're notified. Interesting. Hopefully I get the drop now because of that. This artist has several pieces on OpenSea. Check it out. Are you gonna go do the drop? Are you going to do the drop? Raphael, I am gonna go do this drop today. Hopefully I land it again. Back-to-back drops. Let's go. Crossing the fingers today. Miss Rose in the building. How we doing? Miss Rose? Here you go, JD. Simone, I am not going for this drop 1 in a million years. It will be under retail guaranteed. Don't cap to yourself. It might be. It might settle under retail. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it stays at like 300, 350 either. I think if you can get in there right away, though, I think you'll be able to make some sales around $500, $600, $700 range, maybe. And again, Simone, I'm kind of in a different position here. I'm trying to go for the most originally owned collectibles. I was blessed. I was able to stack up on a lot of collectibles from the store early on last March. And I've been blessed. I've been getting a lot of these drops. So sounds crazy when you think about it, but I might have a shot. I might have a chance. I might have a shot at it. Let's go, DG Vet. Absolutely, Marty. You're so right, Johnny. People forget how blessed we are to be here. Totally taking this opportunity for granted. Absolutely, man. And you know what it is? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we all love VeVe so much. We all see the potential in VeVe. A lot of us have been here for years, maybe months, maybe just a year. But we all want things to happen right now, right away. Marvel Comics #1 came out. The same one that's out right now. The Marvel Comics #1. The same one that the secret rares, 40 grand, The commons, 400 bucks, I think, right now. That came out and got resold at $2. $7 on a drop. Market opened up 30 minutes later. We go to the market and it's $2, $3. Huge sell walls, $2, $3, $4. We're like, what's happening? There's people out there who said, oh, VeVe's ruined. VeVe's done. Right? People who scooped up all of them, who believed in it, made out huge. I mean, it's $400 right now, the same collectible. Common DeLorean, same example. People literally tried to get me to believe that VeVe was ruined because of that drop. Just think about that. Think if I decided to believe the FUD, believe all the FUDders out there, VeVe's done, VeVe's ruined in the summer. And say if I stop, being all into VeVe. Could you imagine that? Common DeLoreans went from $30 retail down to $13. I just kept collecting. I just stayed doing what I was doing. I was really trying to also motivate a lot of people who did give up, who stopped believing. Countless people have thanked me because they were kind of on the fence, and all my videos, tweets, whatever the case was, really kept people motivated, really kept people convicted. And now we see that same collectible that was all the way down to $13, $100 right now. Todd McFarlane Batman. I mean, I can just go in for examples. Only people who make profit will be sub 200 mints. Well, hopefully, Simone, I can prove you wrong today. Hopefully, I'm able to get a drop, flip it in the market for at least double, come back here, highlight this comment, and say, what happened, Simone? Well, you never know. It could come out pretty cheap. I think it's going to come out more expensive, and my game plan is to flip it right away because I do think it's going to dip back down to that $300 range. But if it dips back down below retail, it could happen. I don't really see that happening with this one, though. Matt Gondek, work is fire. His art is quite high valued in real life. Yeah, this is a big time artist, No way it's $500. It's a $200 retail price. Pretty expensive. And I think if you can get in the market early when there's only maybe a few listed, that's the game plan. Get in there with a few listed, put it in there for a decent amount. My prices have been spot on lately. I don't know how. I'm sure I'm going to be wrong eventually. Knock on wood. Hopefully never. Let's go. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I just haven't really been listening to my predictions as much. Like, I should have really listened to my prediction on the Black Panther. That one I was literally spot on with that one. But again, I get too emotionally attached. And as an investor, you should really never get emotionally attached to your investments. But it's a fine line between collector, and investing. I'm kind of a little bit of both. I have some pieces that are for like investments only, but a lot of my collection is because I'm a collector. And also because of my situation, I am trying to profit as like a passive income way in the future to have like a small fee as an admission to my digital museum, to where I am trying to build a huge collection for that reason. Ever since March, man, it's crazy. I've had literally comments on my showrooms, literally in March last year, when there's 9,000 people in the app saying, I don't want to sell anything. I just want to be able to charge a small fee to have people come in and visit my virtual museum. And back then, people would call me crazy, literally thinking I lost my mind. Like, because that does sound crazy until you realize where this whole industry, where this whole space is heading. From the outside, you don't understand NFTs or anything. When you're hearing a kid, not a kid, but a young adult talk about how they're investing all this money so they can have, a virtual digital museum one day. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? A lot of people just couldn't grasp it at the time. You're the VeVe Mad Money Kramer. Solid. Yeah, a lot of low mints were going near the floor for sure. Common DeLorean, dope, stacked 18. Let's go, energy. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that one is, if it's not drivable just yet, I think they've made a statement that it will be. Took a big L earlier by hitting the drop. Yeah, that happens time to time. A lot of people said that too right away with the MC1 common. And it's kind of like a contagious feeling, like the psychology aspect, because it's like the Dublin goods effect. Shout out to Andre Jick. I mean, he made a whole video on it. A lot of people, when they saw that MC1 common, maybe they got it on the drop. They didn't expect to sell it. They saw it for sale for $2. They freaked out and they just sold it right away. They're like, what is happening? Boom, they panic sold it. Or they panic gave it away. So many times people just gave that comic away. Fast forward a few months. That same comic book is now $360 or $400. Got up to like $600. Can you imagine that? Like it was just $2. People said it was ruined. So DJDS, I would just say things don't always stay under retail. It may stay there for a little while. Look at people review on the drop page. I'm not sure what that means there, Raphael. Matt Gondek for 200 or not? Oscar Lambert, I think that depends on your situation, my man. Appreciate you, Oscar, for tuning in today. I'm going for it. I think it's going to come out anywhere from $500 to $700. If you can get in there right away in the marketplace, the first few that open up. And as time goes on, more and more people get their collectible distributed. It's going to work its way down most likely. A little saturation, some undercutting happening. I don't see it really going below $250 right now. I think it's going to settle around that $300 price. And that's kind of where I see it right now. Maybe like $270 low. This one feels weird like that one. I'm not sure. Like the first one, you mean? Yeah, that's awesome that he posted his vault, the artist. I didn't really get a chance to check out what all was in his vault, though. Shout out to It's Wonderful, playing bangers. I don't want to get copyrighted on the video, though. This is Matt Gondek's vault. Obviously, he's got the one dropping in his vault already. That's probably the mint 40. Got the Gondek set. What's on the back of the poster, huh? We'll get a little preview here. Oh, okay. Just his signature there. Looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I am going to delete my files. Got to make sure I do that. It was in my showroom. All right. I'm not clicking early on this one. If anything, I'm going a little bit late. I've been clicking too early with these buy nows lately that are already up on the screen. This is an interesting strategy. Kendrick Flores play a quick game on COD Mobile. Warm up my phone. Warm up those fingers, though. Warm up the thumb muscles. Prices on the weapons are going up. Good to see. Let's check them out. Oh, market closed. Unfortunate. Jerry Clow. Yeah, exactly. That's the way it happens. You know, a lot of this stuff, it all depends on what the drop is. You see a lot of trends happen where it could go expensive right away on drop day. A lot of stuff stays low for a while, and then it'll be more expensive, you know, a year later, months later. Mark D, appreciate this comment big time. Excuse me. He says, mad props to you, JD, for continuing to educate people on this. 99.99% just don't know. They don't understand. They haven't listened to David Yu talk. They haven't read up on him and Al and Dan and you. Exactly. Like the VeVe team, the Comey team is a special team. I mean, when you get all these licenses from Disney, Marvel, Givenchy, Ghostbusters, DC, like this doesn't happen by accident. This doesn't happen spur of the moment. This doesn't happen with a non-experienced team. You know, David Yu, Al Khan, they've known each other for years now. I like the Aston Martin, the cheaper one. I think it is a pretty solid buy right now. It's a $300 retail price, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check on that. Sounds a little off. It's not $300, is it? Maybe it's 200. Maybe it's 300. Yeah, 307. Okay, it is 307. The floor price is only 475 right now. I definitely think that's an opportunity. There's only 2,000 of these. There's only 1,000 of these in the real world. Makes me want to pick up maybe one or two more. It is static though, and I think that's kind of what hurts it for a lot of people. But absolutely, Mark D, this comment, definitely appreciate that. Most people don't realize, they think it's just like any other NFT project out there. A lot of NFT projects out there kind of hurt that name. That's why they've really branded themselves as premium licensed digital collectibles. If you kind of zoom out right now, we're in 2022 already, kind of crazy to think about. Just zoom out another year or two. Digital collecting as a whole will be so obvious. The same way digital music streaming is obvious now compared to listening to music in a physical realm, a physical world like CDs. Think of how obsolete and how crazy it sounds to listen to music on a CD player. It's just digital music streaming. But digital music streaming was not always obvious. It was actually a huge fad, people thought. People didn't believe in it. They wanted something physical they could touch, tangible. What does that sound like? It sounds like digital collecting right now. You don't own it. It's in thin air. You want something physical, tangible. That same transition is going to happen with collecting. And what do you think people are going to want to digitally collect in the future? Probably brands that they've always loved for millions and millions of people around the world. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, things like that. I feel like will stand the test of time because it's something that literally has been here for decades. Unless you think Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, all these iconic superheroes, villains, unless you think they're going to go away and never be here, then I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that people in the future are going to want to collect Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, these big IP brands. And same with the artists too, because they have a fan base as well too. So it's just my theory that digital collecting is going to be one of the most obvious trends in this transition that happens in the next couple of years. Oh, okay, yeah, on the drop page. Yep, you can see by the comments. That is actually a good thing to look at because you can see with like the Disney drops and anything like that, the comments are crazy. You have sometimes thousands and thousands of comments and likes. Right now, we see only 193 comments, 1.2K likes. Yeah, exactly. So this one, it's not too much hype about it in the comments or anything like that. That's actually a good way to look at it, Raphael. If you haven't been here in the past, you'll notice when Disney drops or anything big like that, you'll see in the comments, it's crazy. There's only 193 comments. Sometimes you'll see thousands of comments in there. So I do think that this probably won't be extremely valuable. But again, if you can get in there right away, make a quick sale, that's solid. It'll be interesting if this one does go below retail, though. It could maybe eventually. I see it more hovering around that $300 range, though, maybe in the end. Let's go. Miss Rose may finally get one today. I'm hoping. Oscar Lambert. I'll trust you. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My opinions only. And it is an expensive drop. Usually the artist collectibles aren't usually $200. This is probably one of the more expensive artist collectibles. So I think that's what's also got some people a little uneasy. Austin Wofford. I'm going to go for this drop. Again, I don't think it's going to go into retail. It absolutely could, though, and I wouldn't be too surprised right now just because there's not too much buying pressure in the market. There's more selling pressure than buying pressure. What a Jerry in the building. We got the Palace. Palace stopping by. I got to stop by in your Discord as well soon, too. Haven't done that. Yeah. Mark, I'm glad you're here saying this stuff because it's absolutely true. Sometimes people think, the problem is people just hear me say it over and over again. It's like, oh, there's the Moon Boy again saying how great VeVe is. And it's like, how many cycles do we got to go through? I was a Moon Boy when people said, stop buying the Tom McFarlane Batman. There's too many editions. Eventually it sold out. Then it's like, wow, JD, you bought a bunch of them. Great decision. It's like I was telling everybody to do it. Mark D says VeVe and Omi is the surest thing out there. People are going to be shocked. Not us. We know where this is going, but 99% have no idea what's coming. And Mark D, I think even the people that are in VeVe are going to be shocked. The people that think they know, that this is going to be a short thing, I think even most of us will be shocked. I really do believe that this could be one of the biggest platforms. I think this is just Amazon at an early stage in life. You know how many people sold off Amazon stocks at like $3, $4, or whatever it was, maybe $15, $20? Said they're taking way too long. All they're doing is making books, and they make everything, right? I've always said how VeVe is Amazon when they only sold books. VeVe could release so many different things. Right now, it's just collectibles and comics. Before, they didn't even have comics. Before, I used to say they're going to have comics too on the app. They're going to have everything. People laughed. Literally. People didn't believe. But I would love to see them drop DC Comics. Love to see that. Got Dubes in the building. Good luck today, my man, if you're going for it. I'd love to see the chat. I would love to see the chat filled up with dubs again. That was awesome. Gotta drop it like it's hot. Hopefully your coffee's still hot. Cold brew didn't work. It was all about the hot coffee. I think my coffee's kind of cold by now. Yeah, it's kind of cold. 13 minutes. Hopefully it focuses up. I'll go over the drop. There it is. All right. So we got 12 minutes, 38 seconds left to the drop. Again, I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left right now. And basically, I like to count down with the timer. Usually about 10 seconds, I'll start really counting down in my head. It helps me predict when 1 second after 0 happens. As you guys can see, the buy now is not going to flash up this time. It's just going to stay here. But it's not going to be clickable until 1 second after 0. So you still have to wait 1 second after 0. Then it becomes clickable. So I'm going to go through an example right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. And it zoomed, it lost focus right as that happened, of course. But it probably would have been a little bit late on that too, I felt like. But you can kind of get the concept with that one. Unfortunate that it lost focus right then. But again, you're going to see 0 minutes and 0 seconds pop up, 0 seconds. And it's still 1 full second after that is when the buy now becomes clickable. So it's a little bit different. Hopefully, a lot of people don't click too early because the buy now button's already popped up. Yeah, good luck to Miss Rose and everybody else as well. I'm rooting for Miss Rose big time today. She needs to land a drop. It's been a little while. Hopefully, if December's not sleeping right now, probably sleeping though. But if not, hopefully December lands one as well too. We got Drew NFTV in the building. JD, what's up? How we doing? How we doing, fam? We got Johnny West Coast in the chat. Johnny East Coast on the live. Man, I feel pretty good. I don't feel too congested, but my nose is like kind of runny right now. So we'll see what happens. Got the air filter going today. It does feel a lot better though. I will be honest. The whole day, like if it's been about 2 days, I think now, where the air filter's been going on. It does feel better. Ken Penguin, good luck, good luck. Hodge Nedge. Haven't seen you in a while, Hodge Nedge. Hopefully all is well. Fingers crossed. Let's go. Good to know that you can use the Wi-Fi again. I know a lot of people have been struggling with that. Anyone who's been struggling with the Wi-Fi started using the data. I think you can go back to the Wi-Fi now. This drop is probably going for 150 gems after market. Possibly. I wouldn't be too surprised if that does happen. But I don't think it will. I'm hoping at least, maybe my hope, manifest it to stay above retail at least. Will they do a lottery drop next week? I think the lottery, the waiting room system is going to take a little bit, maybe another few weeks. But, excuse me, it should be around the corner, though. Maverick. A lot of people are thinking it's going to go below retail. So I'm hoping that most of the people are wrong with that. I do think that this has a chance to stay above retail again. I think if you can get in the market right away, I think you may be able to make some sales around the 5, 6, maybe even $700 range. But as more and more people, as 10, as 20, as 30, as more come in the market, that's probably when we start to see the price dip, maybe get down to that $300 range. I still see it hovering above 200 though. Maybe eventually it gets down below there, but I don't think it's going to stay below retail. There's only 5,000 of these, so I think this one will stay above retail. Jerry Clow, you got the vid. The video of what, my man? Let me see if I can find a comment. What did Jerry Clow say? Prices on the weapons going up. Are you talking about the weapons drop? About the video on the weapons drop? I'm not sure what you mean by this, Jerry. Let's go. Full set, sub 500. That's solid right there, Ike. That's good right there. I don't even think I have a sub 5 or sub 1,000 of these. I did get the ultra rare on the drop, so I did complete the set for extremely cheap. It's a 4 collectible set. That's going to get you those extra bonus points every single day. Yeah, DRM. I'm not sure. I don't think people are going to do that. That'd be a big loss right away. There is only 5K of these, Ike. Yep. DRM, I think it's still going to be, I think it's going to be over retail. But some people are saying they think it's going to go below. I mean, I've seen plenty of things go below retail, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I think this one's going to stay above retail. Yes, and see, I do believe this, Mark D. It says, preach it, bro. I'm calling that the word VeVe replaces NFT in everyday language. Just like Google replaced internet search. VeVe will be the standard. I agree with this, Mark D. You hit the nail on the head. So many things can change. And even if it doesn't get, that common everyday word doesn't get changed to VeVe, which I think it definitely could, I think NFT will get replaced with digital collectible. I think that's going to be that shift. And I think VeVe was just years ahead of the entire world, branding themselves as premium licensed digital collectibles. People used to make fun of me for that word because I used to say it all the time. And so I just owned it. I say it all the time now because I believe that will be the standard. I believe everybody who laughed will will understand that that's just the standard in the future. Because it's just a digital collecting experience. And so VeVe has the premium digital collections licensed by the biggest brands in the world. So in the micro, there's always going to be the ups and downs, right? But you have to look at the macro trend. If you can see it on the screen right here, this is how I always look at it. VeVe started here. It went up. It came back down. It went back up, came back down. Went back up, came back down. But every time it comes back down, it's way more than what it was before. And so those are typically, usually, not financial advice, the accumulation periods. Gail John in the building going this for sure. Mint surprise is always nice. Yeah, never know. You can get lucky with a low mint. If I get a low mint, I'm gonna say, I guarantee you, if I get a low mint on the drop, it's gonna be hard for me to sell it. Because I've been saying I'm gonna flip this one the entire time. Just like I said, I'm gonna flip the ultra rare last time. Got the ultra rare, kept it. I get so addicted to these. Not addicted, but like emotionally attached to these. Like it becomes an addiction for sure. Yeah, 5,000 editions of these. I think Jerry meant COVID. I hope not. Oh, you got the vid. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Or else I'd probably be the longest person ever to have that because I've had this for like months now. Yeah, I love this pop art. I do like the look of this one. This does look cool. Do you think this would be a good flip? Bryson Marsh, appreciate you for tuning in. I don't think this is going to be the most valuable flip in the world, meaning there could definitely be some comics right now in the marketplace for $200 or less, that could end up giving you a higher ROI. I think that ultra rare Ghost Rider that just dropped is hovering around $200. I bought mine for 160. If it is hovering around $200, I think that's a good deal. So again, it all depends on if you want to go for the drop or not. If you're looking solely for a flip or like something that's extremely valuable, I think there's other stuff in the market that you may want to target. But again, I do think this one's going to go above retail. But if you don't want to take that chance or, whatever the case may be, maybe make some moves in the market for some holy grail comics that are still cheap, maybe top 10, top 20. I think it's going to hold its price a little bit better than the last drop pricing, but I don't think this is going to be the most extremely valuable collectible. I think a lot of people are using this drop as a way to flip for more gems. So in my head, that there's going to be a lot more sell pressure on this one. There's not going to be as much buy pressure for this. It's a chance that it may go into retail. A lot of people are asking if they should go for this or not. Definitely not financial advice. These are my opinions only. I am going for this drop, Christian Dolinsky. Do you think profit if I manage to buy this one? There's a chance you get a low mint. You could definitely profit on the low mint one of these. I think if you can get in the marketplace right away, that's probably your best chance of making a sale for this one. As opposed to if you wait, minutes or an hour after the marketplace, by then, a lot of people may have gotten their collectible distributed, put in the marketplace. That's when the saturation happens. They're undercutting. And it'll probably draw the price down a little bit. I'm thinking, though, it'll probably work its way down from like the $700 range when there's only maybe like a few in the market, back down to like $500, $400, maybe $300. I still think it'll stay above 200, but it could not. There's a chance it may not. I'm going to go for it and just roll for a good mint and just try to scoop a second on market. Not a bad idea. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. No, it's definitely one that's going to look good in the vaults. Definitely some great deals on season 1 stuff right now. Absolutely, Ian Divine. Even my Nightwing. But again, there's no way I would sell my Nightwing if I only had 1 or 2 of them. But I have a third one, basically swapping the VeVe first ever Influencer Fantasy Football League trophy for a cash prize, essentially. I was too attached to it when Nightwing got up there, like 3-4K range. I definitely should have let it go then. But it was right after the win. Couldn't let it go just yet. I was way too attached. 2-minute warning, that's a fact. 2D never seems to do well on VeVe. At least for the time being. Good luck, everybody. Minute 27 seconds left. Pressure getting on. Yeah, Sniper, I'm not too sure about this. Probably has something to do with it. Maybe buying like off-market gems for cheap. I think that definitely has some kind of factor into it. Kelvin in the building. Good luck, fam. Again, if you don't get it on the drop, maybe go for a rebound. Up to you guys if you want to go for a rebound or not. 59 seconds. Shout out to my coffee gators. Let's go. Uh-oh. Cold brew, basically. Cold brew is never good luck. It's not meant to be cold brew, but it's kind of cold now. I'm recording this one. All right, backing out. I mean, this one feels good already. The timer is pretty even. 35 seconds to the drop. Didn't feel any lag for me. Hopefully it's not too early. 25 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Again, 1 second after 0, even with the buy now button there. 15 seconds. Let's go. I think I'm going to hit this one too. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. I double clicked it. I didn't get it. Ugh! Man. I think I was too early again and I had to like spam double click it at the end. Ah! Man, this really aggravates me when I don't get it. speed it up a little bit. What I do wrong here? Did anybody get it? Let me know in the chat. I want to redo so bad. Now I kind of want them to leave the buy now button up there because I haven't hit one of these in a little bit now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. See, something like moves. I always thought the button kind of flashes, but like something moves to where you can see it like. Three, 2, 1, 0. Click. Slightly early, I think, and then I had to just. I lost the buy now button too. Did anybody get it? Let me see here. I would not buy this drop for the flip. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Good luck, Johnny boy. Spamming. Hopefully you're able to get it spamming. L. A lot of L's. Yep. Doubled as well. Buy now is gone. Yeah. Everybody clicked too early. I see. All right, now I'm gonna check. So sometimes I've seen where, like I said, the clock, because you can see your clock when you're screen recording it. So I'm wondering if this happened again, where my clock turned 3 o'clock before the buy now button was able to click. No, I think mine was perfect on time. I don't know. I mean, I think it was pretty close. It says 3 o'clock already. And the buy now button's like there, but obviously I didn't click it yet. I think I just clicked too early. Oh my gosh. See, it's so frustrating because now you have to wait until the next drop. Oh my gosh. And I just want to redo so bad. W, but I'm not going to get it. Good luck on the rebound. You mean an L, but you're not going to get it? I'm confused. No, Ronnie, it should let you still be able to add the gems in. Ronnie Light got it, but no gems. You should be able to add gems, though. It should be soon, VeVe Las Vegas. Appreciate you for tuning in, my man. Yeah, Las Vegas. I think probably a new announcement, I would say, is probably come from Twitter soon. Wow, let's go. You guys hit dubs. Let's go. Man, I've been doing so bad on those types of drops lately. How'd you get 2 invisible friends? Holy cow. All right, so we got some dubs. Got some dubs. Yeah, definitely enjoy your weekend, VeVe Las Vegas. Going for a refresh gate. Too late now to do the refresh gate. Wow. Olmo Valenti. Let's go. Or Valenti, I should say. Got a 2409 mint. Kind of a high mint, but somewhere in the middle. Not too bad. Not too bad. Melissa, wait, why? You got it but canceled it? That's a team player right there. Austin got one, not a good mint. We got a good mint in the house. Let's go, Michael Marquez. Can't believe I missed another one like that. Ah! Man, see, I just like going for the drops, just trying to hit it, just trying to win it. I get addicted to that part more so than the collectible, I think. Wow. First one all year. That's a really good one to get right there. So 184 will probably go for a premium. First time I've noticed the timer auto adjust time instead of going fast when I'm back in the app. Okay, yeah, so exactly. You'll see like the timer automatically like count down really, really fast. And so when that happens, that's when I like to go back and come back in, especially when that happens, because I feel like, yeah, it can catch up to the right time. But I feel like there's a possibility that it's probably a little bit behind or a little bit early when it's trying to catch up like that. I feel you, man. I feel you. Nice. Good to know that it still lets you add, because that's always the worry. You know, I've seen too many people get to that confirmation screen, go to confirm the purchase, add the gems, and it exits out on them on a big drop. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad that worked for you there. Yeah, I got a lot of people hit dubs on the 4-minute rebound. Let's go. 3 in a row. That's crazy. Yeah, peace out, Johnny West Coast. Johnny Boy, appreciate you, my man, for tuning in as always. Price prediction. Again, guys, if I got this on the drop, I would try to open up the market as soon as it opens and maybe be able to get one off for like $700-800 maybe. But I do think that it's probably going to be oversaturated a little bit, a lot more sell pressure than buy pressure. And as more and more people undercut, I think we'll probably see the price start to drop down to that $300 range. Don't really see it going really below 250, but it could. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if it goes below retail, but kind of a little bit on this one. I just don't think it will. No, too late. Would that have been your first rebound, Miss Rose? 1998 mint. Always a solid mint. Could definitely be someone's birth year. I'm not too sure how old Matt Gondek is. All right, so he was born in 1982. So if you have a 1982 mint, it's probably going to be pretty valuable. Kendrick Flores for me. I was trying to sell mine right away. Well, if I got it right away. If I got one, I would sell it right away, I should say. Let's go. People crushing the rebounds right now. Let's go. So many people crushing the rebounds. Wow, we got some team players. Some people got the rebounds and threw it back. It's hilarious. I had 2 phones, 13 Pros, 2 iPhone 13 Pros, and both stalled out, running exact sync countdown times. Or something happened for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like something happened. Maybe this was another bot catcher. Yeah, I'm not too sure, Zombie Freak. Some people's went straight to sold out. I think mine went straight to sold out too. Yeah, mine sold out. I can't go for rebounds. I have a failure of rebounds right now instead of failure of control. Let's go. Good to know, Michael Gordon, that the Wi-Fi is working again. I know a lot of people had that issue. Just tagged you on Twitter, DGVet. Let's go, dudes. Wow, first one all year. Getsy. Team player Getsy. 4-minute rebound. I would have just took it. Wow. He called me homies. That looked like perfect timing. Look at this one. This shout out to the Call Me Homie Twitter. He just tagged me here. Oh, it's not playing. Oh yeah, it was. Slaggy. Like they should have definitely got that one. I felt like that was great timing right there. Maybe it'll work this time. You can't get much better timing than that. DG Vet, did you did tag me? What is your What is your Twitter name? Or are you a Comey homies? If you did get it on the drop, tag my Twitter and I'll repost you. Just testing your speed skills. Yeah, it's definitely good. I should probably be testing my rebounds right now because I'm not too good at the rebounds. Borden 82. My timing's been so off lately when the buy now button's already up. Makes me want them to have a little bit more drops like that so I can start practicing my drops again. Because I feel like I got the timing down when it pops up. And it's crazy because I used to hate those. I never had confidence when it would pop up because I felt like the buy now would always be moving slightly. But I think now that I know the buy now usually only moves when you bring down that details drop down menu. Martin G, first rebound in a while. Let's go. Shout out to anyone who got a rebound today. It feels like everyone's killing the rebounds. Ian Devine. My buy now went away, so I think you'd probably have to back out and come back in for anyone else whose buy now button went away. Oh, wow. A lot of options here. 500 gems, you can do a lot with this one. I love, is the Happy Whistle Mickey you mean from the Steamboat Willie, the Mickey Mouse NFT collection, Series 1? It's going to be hard to pass that one up. I think once there's more and more series of that one, that's all those rarities are going to be up in value big time, I think. Because you got to think that's Mickey Mouse NFT collection, Series 1. You can only imagine what's going to happen to that price of the Series 1 once Series 3, 5, 7 are all here. I don't know how many there's going to be, but I also like Green Goblin a lot too. Green Goblin, I mean, that's an iconic villain. Go Spidey. The modern Marvel FA Spider-Man, though, I mean, that's another legendary one. I think it would probably be between those two if it was just me. The first ever Marvel NFT, the one with the secret rare Spidey. Any one of those or the Mickey Mouse NFT collection series 1 would probably be ones that I'm targeting. Let's go. That's a good number right there at 881, sub 1,000. And it's a pretty solid mint right there. Let's go. We got the Gale in the building, my man. How'd you do on the drop today? Hopefully you're able to grab one. If not, probably able to pick up the full set for pretty cheap. I mean, yeah, Melissa, if you think it's going to go below retail, then there's nothing wrong with that. There is only 5,000 editions, so maybe this one doesn't go below retail, but a lot of people think so. So definitely, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I did see this. Shout out to Pineapple Gang too. That's a big look right there. Happy for him. That's going to be huge. And it was good to see, Matt Gondek's whole vault right there. I think all he had was just his drop in it, but I'm sure he's got some other things in there, different vaults. I think that's the best strategy right there. If you can get it off quick. Oh, let's go. You call me always hit the 8-minute rebound though. That's hilarious. Deserve back-to-back retweets right there. And move right next to a 5G tower, probably. Shout out Matt Gondek. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, the back of it looked pretty cool. That's one way you can get it. I mean, if you come in and out, you can definitely do it that way. A little bit harder, a little bit more time consuming. That's something that I would do if I really, really wanted the collectible that dropped. Green Goblin. That's probably the case for a lot of people. I was lucky I got the ultra rare today. So I just went and finished the set. Half delivered. Maybe they all deliver at once. That's going to be a little bit different of a scenario. If they all get delivered at once. And it looks like it, okay, so it looks like the market could open early maybe. And if all of them open up, or I'm sorry, if the market opens up and everybody's got theirs delivered this time, that's when we'll probably see them come out in the market for a low. Maybe around retail, maybe around 200, 250. And then it's probably going to work its way up to like 300, 350, and then maybe back down as more and more sell pressure happens. So this way, I don't think you will be able to come out and put it in the market for like that high price around 1,000, because it looks like a lot of people have theirs already distributed. Looks like some people hit with Brave Gate. Shout out to Taps. Let's go. That's hilarious. What's your Twitter, DG Vet? Dubes got a rebound. I think I reposted you, Dubes. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's a big mint right there. 572. That's big. Let's go. If you see the buy now button, I mean, go for it, unless you're going to sit one out. Chasing Sundays. Did I retweet you? I'm not following you. That's why. Let's go. 2 dubs in one day. Listen to Johnny Dunn 777. Let's go. I'm glad you hit. I missed on the second one. I want to redo so bad. What's the next drop you're going for? So the secret rare that's dropping in 1 hour from now. I'm just kidding. I don't think there is another drop that they've announced just yet. But I'm sure if you stay posted to the Comey Twitter page, the VeVe Twitter page, they'll probably make an announcement soon of what the next drop's going to be. Definitely big. I mean, if this happens, then we'll probably see the price start out low. And if there's not much buy pressure, then it may stay low. Seems like everyone's crushing his rebounds. Yeah, so only 121 left. So that tells me market's probably going to open soon, and it's probably going to come out pretty low because everyone's going to rush to put it in there right away, since everybody has theirs distributed, as opposed to when there's only maybe 100 distributed, or a couple hundred. Yeah, I think the prices may stay kind of low. Shout out to anyone who got a low mint, though. I think those will probably remain pretty valuable. Let's go. Kelvin got a 16-minute rebound. Are you guys just backing out and coming back in every 4 minutes, though? If your buy now button was lost. Still no gems. Let's go. McGilla Gorilla. I like the name. McGilla Gorilla. I like it. Yeah, 8-minute rebound, 4-0-5-0. Let's go. Brave gated it. I love all the gates, man. We're gonna be looking back at this time period, like the first couple years of VeVe, and it's just gonna be hilarious. The ups and downs, all the names that we've all made up for these different things. Yeah, it's just hilarious. Oh, DG Vet, I'm not following you. Let's go. Wow, you got 2 drops today too. Let's go, man. Wow, 93 min too. You guys are crushing it. It's also a full set. Absolutely. I mean, a $200 retail full set. If it comes out under retail, I think that's a big opportunity for a lot of people. Yeah, super fast. I imagine the market's probably going to open up a little early today. The art does look pretty cool in this one. I like the colors. I kind of agree, Green Goblin. We're not starting the whole spicy emoji thing, the spicy chili pepper emoji thing again. But shout out to Alex one more time for that. That was hilarious. I don't think he realized what he was caused by that. Um, but I think it's always good to have some trolls, some trolling involved in there. I like the chili pepper vibe. VeVe could come out and just release T Rex. I think the Jurassic Park stuff will be saved till the summer though. I don't know what else is going to be dropping. I mean, maybe another rewind drop. We know rewinds happen in March at some point for that Women's International Month. And it is March now already, so let's go. The Rebel Duck, keep rocking JD, the mayor of VeVeverse. Let's go. Appreciate that, Rebel. Also, if you guys aren't following Rebel Duck already, you guys are missing out big time on Twitter, YouTube. Some of the best chart analysis in the world. Just a good, good positive spirited person. Go follow the Rebel Duck out there on YouTube, Twitter. Selling or keeping? Well, I didn't get it. So I would probably sell it right away unless it came out too cheap. Like if it came out in the marketplace only $300, I'd probably just hold. But if it came out and the price was 5, 6, 7, $800, I would sell it probably. I say I would sell it, but you never know. I might get too attached. If it came out above 500, I would probably sell it. 6, 7, 8 range, I would sell it. Limited 1 per person. That's good. Hopefully that actually happens in the future for drops. I feel like that could be actually a great thing if they implement that in the future. And it says max limit. So the max limit you can possibly buy in the store is 1. I like that. That way it prevents, bots and everything like that from getting multiple accounts. Unless, of course, they have multiple accounts and they get 1 on each one. Wow, still no gems. That's hilarious. Crazy that you keep getting them, though. You've had like 3 chances now. Yeah, I kind of like if they did that on all the drops. Price prediction. So, again, I think this depends. Well, not really, because we already know the answer now. They're all distributed. So I think this one's going to come out kind of low. Probably around maybe that $250, $300 range. Maybe go up to 4. Hoping for anybody's sake who got one on the drop goes up to like $500. But I think there's just too much sell pressure right now. Originally, I thought it would come out maybe like $600-$700 and then work its way down. But it's kind of flip flop just because everybody's got their collectible distributed already, it looks like. Yep, only 41 left that haven't been distributed. Market should be opening any minute now. That's insane, Ronnie. I think you've had 4 chances for the rebound. Like what? Yep, thanks for the advice. You helped me get 3 drops so far. Let's go, DG Vet. The tips are real. They're not fake. I don't do this, for laughs and giggles. Even though I do have a lot of laughs and giggles on the stream, obviously. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, Kelvin? 24-minute rebound again. Ronnie Light, maybe that's a sign. Maybe they're just telling you, no, buy it. Buy it, you know? Market's still down. But this means a lot, DG Vet. I appreciate that big time. I'm just glad it could help. Because, my strategy, I feel like, is so simple. Like, for me, it was the only way I've ever done it. Like, as soon as I ever did these drops, this is the only way I've ever done it. I think there was a change in the drop system, though, to 1 second after 0. I think that really got implemented after the Comic-Con weekend or during that Comic-Con weekend, because that's when I struck gold. That's when I caught fire in all these drops. I got every single drop on Comic-Con weekend, that first ever Comic-Con, besides the Lucky. And ever since then, I've really been crushing the drops. Season 2, I think it was. And so that's what I noticed. I was tuning in to some other people doing the drops. This is before I start live streaming my drops. And I was like, what is happening right now? Why is everybody doing this completely different than what I'm doing? I'm like, am I doing something wrong? I just see the buy now and I click. Well, not really see the buy now, but I'm clicking just one time, I should say. It's the exact opposite. I don't wait until see the buy now, but you know what I meant. And so I'm like, wow, I'm doing like one click. And everyone's just sitting here going like this. I'm like, I wonder if I'm doing it right or wrong. And I kept getting the drop. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to live stream how I'm doing it. And so I was just helping people, show people the way I'm doing it. It's helped a lot of people. But again, if you're crushing the drops and you're spamming away, I would say don't change, don't fix what's not broken, as the saying always goes. I just like to show people my way in case people have been struggling or striking out on the drops. Maybe a different way can kind of help them. And I feel like the way I've explained it in that sports reference to where like you're almost a quarterback. This is what I'm thinking mentally. Like I'm a quarterback and I'm throwing a pass to wide receiver slightly before he's open. And I'm pressing buy now slightly before I see it pop up. Now this drop is obviously different. The buy now button's already up. I feel like that's kind of why I'm not getting my timing down, just because I've been so used to now kind of almost having that. I'm not reacting to the buy now, but it's actually giving me like a gauge to kind of go for. The buy now button just up already is just messing with my timing. So I kind of hope they keep it up though, because it feels like a challenge now. I feel like I got to get this one mastered. I feel like I've mastered the other drop queue or the other drop system. My button buy now open in all windows, but no success in confirmation order. Asim Lima, I would ask this question again. I'm not too sure what this means. My button buy now open in all windows, but no success in confirmation order. I'm not too sure what that means. Shout out Droy. Just give me a comment. Wow, a lot of people just went for the 28-minute one. Kelvin hit it, but he didn't have gems. Strange. The latest post from you I can't open. Oh, Droy. The latest one all right, you can't see the latest post that I tagged you in. Droy, if you're listening. I think I just replied to what you said on the last post on the feed. I think I said I'm like 5 for 6 or 6 for 7 or something like that. I've been crushing the drops. Besides this one, the only one I haven't hit in like the last 6 attempts, I would say, is the James Bond drop, both those drops, and then the comic book drop that's recently dropped. Other than that, I've been crushing the drops though, again. So hopefully I don't hit another cold streak. We got Sleeping Comics in the building. How we doing, brother? How we doing, my man? Any luck on this drop, Sleeping, or nah? I know Sleeping had to pick up some extra comics with the extra cash he probably has in his gem wallet. What are some comics Sleeping Comics is picking up lately? Any ones on your radar that you haven't gotten yet that you've been thinking about picking up, or maybe some extras you're picking up recently? Let's see what the comic guru has to say. Ah, smart man. Didn't go for it. He's probably grabbing a lot of comics in the marketplace right now. Yeah, he's been grabbing some stuff. Like I said, I think there's a lot of comics in the market that probably are pretty undervalued still. So anyone who maybe didn't get the drop, has some extra gems, maybe want to check out some comics, maybe want to pick Sleeping Comics' mind about what maybe he's targeting. Let's go. Just grabbed another Joker, the FA Joker. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one right there. Season 1. Season 1, F.A. Joker, one of the most popular, if not the most popular villain. 28-minute crash the app. Let's see, is the app working? App's working for me. Market's still down though. I went for the drop, missed the drop. Wish I had to redo like that one all over again. Look at the artwork. The hand is Mickey's hand. Interesting. Let me check this out. Not sure what you mean. Oh, I see. You know what? I think this could be like a. No, maybe it's not. But yeah, I could see it being Mickey's hand. Looks like something in the background. I'm not too sure if that's what I was going for. I thought it was going to be one of those posters where like you have a next drop, and a next poster drop, and you can match it up with this one, and it may end up showing like all of Mickey or something like that. I'm not too sure if that's Mickey's hand or not. I don't think so. Maybe some more secret rare comics. I saw some secret rare comics look really cheap right now. I feel like they definitely could be a bargain, a lot of them. Killmonger secret rare if it goes lower. Market is open. Hey, some more Ghost Spideys. I know Sleeman's been stacking the Ghost Spideys. I think that's another good one. I think that's super low right now. All right, let's see what it comes out as. It does. It's right at 200, 210, 195. So it is already below retail. 250 in the market. Looks like a lot are selling at 200. We got a couple at 190 already. So it is under retail. 180. Well, that's one that I am glad. I guess I didn't get on the drop. And that's the downside almost when they all get distributed right away. It's going to come out pretty low as opposed to, if this was normally how the market usually opens and say there's like 4,000 that still have to get distributed. That's when you can usually get lucky and there's only maybe a few in the marketplace. And you can sell yours for maybe like 700, 600 bucks. And then by the time everybody gets theirs distributed, that's usually when the price usually dips. But like I said, once you guys found out that a lot of these have been distributed again, I thought it was going to come out pretty low. But I didn't think it was going to go under retail this quick. Let's see if it stays under retail. Down to 160. That's pretty far under retail. Time to buy at $100. So many mints at floor price. Yeah, there's just a lot of selling pressure on this one. Yeah, absolutely. The 2D never seems to do well on VeVe. Yeah, the first one's definitely good for the MCP points. This one's a full set, but those solo sets kind of, they don't give you as many points as the sets with the more collectibles in it. Down to 140. Yeah, whatever it goes down below half. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I always want to know what goes through people's minds when they do, they buy something that's a 200 and then immediately, I can understand if you buy something for a price. Plenty of times it's happened to me, you buy something for say 100 or 200, a couple of weeks goes by, it's maybe dipped in price. Okay, I can understand that, sometimes gone by, but right away you buy something for 200 and sell it for 100, that never makes a lot of sense. – 110 already. Wow. That is kind of wild that people do that. It's always interesting to see how the market will open, because I do think if the market was a little bit different, it's interesting that on the first drop today, they waited, or they didn't wait until everybody's out there distributed. That's why some came out pretty high and then worked its way down. And I just assume that's kind of how it would happen for this one too. But of course they didn't, and they waited until everybody got theirs distributed. And then that's usually when everybody puts it in the market at once, the price is low. And then if it's a valuable collectible, if people see, if there's a demand for it, that's usually when the price will rise. Yeah, 50% loss. That's crazy. People do that. Again, people did that with the Marvel Comics #1. Something as crazy valuable as the Marvel Comics #1, $8 blind box, $7.99. Market open, we looked, and it was $2. That just threw everybody off. We were all like, what? What is happening right now? I want the gold weapons rack, but I'll wait. Yeah, solid move. Sleeping. I do like the look of that one a lot. Kind of pops in the showrooms for sure. But I don't think it's a bad idea to wait on that. Unless they did come out with some kind of utility and they said, or some kind of airdrop, and they said the first X amount of people who got the full set get a free airdrop. That would be unfortunate. But you never know with that. So it's never a great idea to always buy things purely based on the speculation. That's crazy, Ronnie. Like, you're still getting the buy now button. Let's see how low it can go. It's back up to 180. I think people who bought at 110 are going to make an easy. You can see that's the psychology part, right? Everybody's just looking at the price at like when it's 110 or whatever, how low it got, and saying like, what happened? What's going on? I think the smart money is just buying at 110, buying at 110. And then when it gets back up to retail, that's an easy double up right there, Matt's artwork is next level, but I think they misread the room. I mean, that's a possibility, Green Goblin. I mean, I feel like the pricing was just a little bit too high for a lot of people. Ron English's poster was $100, and I feel like most people thought it was going to be around there. And then they made it 200, and I feel like that kind of just upset a lot of people, so I can understand that. And Michael Gordon, this is the other thing. I think a lot of people, not a lot, but I think the reasons why people are selling for half the price, it has to be people probably buying gems at 0.50 and then probably making their sales under retail. That's what I suspect is probably happening. Oh, I like these questions. One Todd or two Superman. Whoo! Mohammedi. Great question here. I love Todd. First ever VeVe NFT. First ever Batman in digital format. First ever DC collectible, DC NFT. If you believe in VeVe long term, Todd is like the Bitcoin. Now here's the big dilemma, the big question. I see both of these going up big time. Would you rather have that first ever NFT from VeVe, the first appearance of Batman, just one of them? Because I do see that getting to a very, very valuable price, maybe 10, 20, 50. Eventually, I do see that being crazy amounts of money, tens of thousands of dollars. But as that price goes up, you only have one of them. Great for your collection. It's going to be hard for you to split with that one. When you have two Superman, as that price goes up, maybe 10K, well, first 5K, I think it's dipped below 5K, 3K right now. When it hits 5, 10, maybe, who knows, maybe 20K, you at least have two of them. So that way you can sell one, profit on it. Always keep one for your collection. So I feel like it really depends on your situation. I always say this when you have one or two collectibles is the debate. For your collection, if you're a collector, I may go with that top. Superman's another great collectible, though. Full set by itself, FA. Can't go wrong with Superman. Superman may be a little bit, I don't know what's more well known at this point, Batman or Superman. Two of the big three, I would say. Spider-Man's in that category too. You can't go wrong right there. I think it's going to depend on your personal choice. Not a financial advisor. Opinions only. I think both are going to go up. I love hearing this one too. When VeVe's dying, that's like radar going off. Bye, bye, bye. People told me, people who've been tuned in for a while probably have heard me talk about this all the time. I heard VeVe was dying back last March, and it's March again. Is that a coincidence or what? People said Todd McFarlane Batman, 7,500 editions. There's 9,000 people in the app right now. That'll never sell out. Stop buying them, dude. You're crazy. Then it sold out. Then Todd McFarlane Batman was $300, maybe even like 100, maybe like 150, 200. Got up to like $500. It dipped back down to 200. People are like, oh my gosh, that's it. VeVe's done. And that same Todd Batman got up to $800-900. Dipped back down to 300. People said, oh my gosh, VeVe's done. Then it got back up past 1,000. Got up to like 1,500. Dipped back down to like 600 range. Oh my gosh, VeVe's done. That same Todd Batman goes up to like 3K, 4K. Hits 5K. Dips back down to like 1,000, 2,000. VeVe's done. Todd Batman hits 15K. I think it hit 15K, maybe like 13K. Got past 12K. Dips back down to 6K. Oh my gosh, VeVe's done. What do you think next? I would disagree with this portfolio because I doubt Johnny Dunn's the only collector on the app right now. And if that's the case, good. I mean, that just shows you how early it is, right? That's the thing. So many people think like the OGs, they're leaving, they're left. I could have cashed out. I still could cash out a few $100,000 right now. You know how life changing that would be? I'm in this for the long haul, though. I know where this is going. I know where this is going long term. You know how many people gave up on the crypto punks in 2017? You know how many people sold them for a couple thousand? You know how many people gave up on Bitcoin, sold when it was $3,000? You know how many people gave up on so many different things because they didn't believe in the long term vision? There's going to be plenty of people that come, that go. It's just part of it, When you're licensed with brands like Batman, or I should say with DC, Marvel, Givenchy, Disney, you're not building something that's just only going to be here for a little bit. They're probably already working on layouts for the next few years. This is an app that's going to be here for decades. So just to put that in, out there to let people know, this is going to be here for a long time. Not financial advice, but if you go all three, I think this is a great opportunity. Who knows? Prices could dip a little bit further. I'm not saying this is the absolute bottom. You never can time the bottom perfectly. You can never time the top perfectly. But when things do retrace, that's typically an opportunity for a lot of people. No way, Ronnie. Like they're all distributed already. I think you're just joshing now. Unless you're serious. I mean, Calvin's getting these rebounds too. That's insane. I don't know how that's happening if they're all distributed already. But these are already above $200 now. $200 is the retail. 202. I have screenshots. Yeah, I mean, if it's just you going for it, then that's no problem. I believe you, brother. That's crazy. If there's, it's just it's just wild that you can still get one if the market's open. Let's see, $200 is the price on the floor. So shout out to anyone who stacked them at like 110. Seven rebounds. Oh my gosh. Something weird is happening. Got the buy now too, and the confirm purchase screen, but it doesn't go through. Okay, yeah, that seems weird. Are you guys talking about on the drop? That's crazy. We're in the market. Oh, this is one that I'll be honest. This is one that I was going back and forth with. I have two Superman. I have one ultra rare Steamboat. Some of you guys probably see my Superman listed for sale, like 3.7K. And this is one of those collectibles where I was trying to make a move and grab another collectible. Didn't want to say it because I didn't want people to buy it up before, but it was for that ultra rare Steamboat. I was going to sell my duplicate Superman for that ultra rare Steamboat to get a second one. And right now they're about the same price, but I've held off on it just because I'm hesitant on the decision. And anytime I'm hesitant right now, I kind of just back away from it. I had the Superman listed at 3.7K for a while, just never sold. So as the prices dip, I just kind of delisted it. I'm torn on it. I think either one is a steal at the prices right now. I think either one you can't go wrong with that. If you can get all four, the Todd, the Steamboat, the Superman, you're sitting in a great position. Steamboat it doesn't have the FIFA tag, but this is the first appearance of Mickey Mouse in real world. First appearance. It's going to be legendary. It's going to be, iconic. Doesn't need the FE tag for that one. This is Murphy's Law. I have no gems. Market is not pumped for this one, and I get 5 rebounds. You know it's crazy, Kelvin. My mom's last name is Murphy. So we kind of live under Murphy's Law too. Knock on wood. I feel like I got the luck on my dad's side. My mom's got the unlucky side sometimes. So not always in real life, just how Murphy's Law works out. So, but yeah, for being Murphy's Law, I feel like I have pretty good luck. Yeah, absolutely. And Greek Goblin, absolutely. I mean, the flippers are what makes the market. So it's always good to have flippers in the market. It creates that secondary market. And I always talk about, imagine if VeVe targeted hardcore collectors right away. There would be no market. And I think that was kind of, I don't know if this was their plan or not, but from the outside looking in, I thought it was genius how they targeted a lot of crypto people in the beginning because mostly crypto people are flippers. And so I felt like they were kind of dangling the fruit in front of all these flippers to flip it to create a secondary market. And then the collectors are going to come long term. Because if they only targeted hardcore collectors at first, think of how few Todd Batmans, there'd be like no collectibles on the market. Kendrick Flores. I think these and the tool set will have utility. A lot of people have been teasing that, or not a lot, but the artist Matt Gondek teased that a little bit. VeVe's teased it a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what these prices do in the future. 701 available. It's back up to $200. But we'll see if the floor dips any further. All right, guys, I'm gonna be signing off. Hopefully, everybody was able to. Why are people hating on this drop? I think people are just upset with things right now. People are just frustrated, so they're taking it out. But I'm gonna be signing off. Hopefully, everybody had a good time on the stream. Hopefully, everybody was able to get something on the drop, first or the second drop of the day. I'm definitely going to be watching this one. I finished the set of the first collectibles that dropped, the weapons rack. I feel like that was a cheap, easy set to grab. Since I hit the ultra rare on the drop. If I didn't hit the ultra rare, I may not have been able to get that set. But yeah, I think the back is pretty cool. It says it's the limited edition. Plus, it says it has his autograph on there as well. So I'm going to be staying tuned. I may pick this one up if it dips a lot lower. I should have picked up one when it was really low. I got too busy talking to everybody. I should have picked one up when it was really, really low. But if it dips back down there, I'll probably pick up another one. Hey, it's more than Mickey's hand in the bag. Oh, it could definitely have some kind of hidden message, utility, because he's got art from all different kinds of characters. So you never know what could happen. Definitely going to be looking into it. I'll probably pick one up for cheap, but we'll see what happens. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you stay tuned. You have the notifications on, get alerted anytime I drop any new posts. I think Economy and VeVe team's probably going to put out a new tweet soon. Let us know what the drops are in the future. I'll definitely take a look at this a little bit more in-depth DRM. But VeVe team will probably tweet something out, what the next drop is. So I'll always put that out there on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. So make sure you guys are subscribed. I'll catch you guys on the next live stream. I'm signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.